So you're trying to look for some alpha in this bear market for NFTs, and let me show you where it's at. It's not mint season anymore like it was 2 months ago. You could literally mint anything and make profit. I mean, literally anything. But it's NFTs, and with NFTs, there's always a new meta. We had a pixel meta with the Solana Monkey business, Doug Birds back in the day, a utility meta, then a whitelist meta, then a brand meta, and now it seems like we are heading towards a free mint meta, or we are just in a complete bear market. And there is no demand in a bear market. We just saw that with the past 10K NFT projects that came out. There's NFT projects that right now are holding off till next month to hopefully the market stays put. So BubbleGoose 2 months ago would easily be at 20 souls right now. Just Ape, same thing. But there's no demand right now and everyone is fearful. And that is the opportunity where we are now looking into for the secondary market for gems. I was looking at Blocksmith Labs and bought this bad boy at 70 SOL, and the reason is because they are building their moat on the whole launchpad integration with Mercury. Launchpads, I know. Oh, not a launchpad, but this is different. I know that word too. Now, what is Mercury? Mercury is basically a platform that integrates whitelists between degens and projects easily. So you simply go on here and you click obtain whitelist, and connects you to the project that you like. Now, what is bullish about this is that the best projects come on here because they want fast, easy utility with no headaches. So you can basically see Blocksmith Labs has a raffle system for those with Forge tokens, and the way to obtain it is by staking your Blocksmith Lab. So basically, I would stake my Blocksmith, then I'll go to raffles, and then I'll get a little project. I'll basically do a buy a ticket, and then I'll be able to be part of the whitelist for the project. So they have some cool projects that come out. A lot of projects, best projects come on here to basically want to utilize this easy utility. They don't want to do the work all by themselves. There's no other software that can do what Blocksmith does. Not even ethereum. Not even ethereum has this type of capability. I was in a recent space with Doodles and Frank, and this is what they discussed about. The Doodles Alpha group basically was saying that, you know, they wish they had something like Mercury on Ethereum. And there was this one project that's trying to work at it, but it's not the same. So this is basically the big advantage right now, is this Mercury software that no one has. So the next thing, it's called Bifrost. Now, with Bifrost, it's a launchpad that is being integrated with Mercury and Blocksmith. Bifrost is going to receive 0 revenue from their mint, but there is one condition. A portion will be minted in Forge for Blocksmith holders. So you'll have a small portion for that, and then you'll have another portion for whitelist, and then the public mint, which can be probably in Sol or whatever the project wants. This is how they grab them, the project by the balls. You get what you want, and we get what we want. So you gotta make sure you also smash that like button. So this is how it goes down, quick and simple. Projects come in and say, hey, I want to launch here since it's free. Sure, give us some whitelist spots. And it is said that if the project exceeds a certain level of revenue beyond expectation, that they'll receive a cut. But that is all technical. The main thing is that under normal conditions, project will mint for free. So Blocksmith Labs will get the best projects on their platform, and they'll already do it with Mercury at the same time. As you know, competition is Sea Shanties, Magic Edding, Soulport Tom's Launchpad, which is basically the most high quality of all the launchpads, and this is about to change the game. Blocksmith Lab is currently at 80 Sol, and right now it's a good price in my opinion. Now I don't do TA astrology, but I could just do simple charts. Now basically here, we were once at 140 Sol, 160 Sol right here in the beginning, and then we crashed down to 85. Now again, it's not because this is a bad project. We are at a time frame where the Fed rates are increasing. They're increasing by 75 basis points. That means that they're sucking up $3 trillion of liquidity from the markets. That basically means stocks are going down, crypto is going down, people are selling for cash, and what will remain are buyers. We don't know how the recession is gonna be. We don't know if interest rates will keep increasing. Now, this is by 75 basis points, which basically means that already Solana is this much down. Maybe it's priced in for 75 basis points. We still got thousands and thousands of basis points to control inflation, as it is if it's needed. And if it is, Solana's gonna go a lot more lower. But again, we don't know the future. So this is why I think it's a good price range. It could go lower, but but I'm not gonna take that risk. And if it does go lower, I'm gonna buy more. I'm gonna try to buy more. There might be other projects that I might like as well. Also, if you want to support me, come check out my Patreon. I share my trades in there, and I have a Discord link with it. And come check out my public Discord as well below. And let's go to the brands. So overall, utility will not make you rich. Let's face it, utility has a TAM of yay high. Blocksmith Labs reaching 500 SOL potential, but it's not a brand. Brands make people money, lots of money, but also very risky at the same time. And that's why we looked at utility first, because you really want to have a conservative portion as well for utility. And not just that, you want to support builders, and they have a slow increase of revenue. So that's why I love utility. But brands, let's talk about brands. OK Bears, this is the brand that has a lot of potential to become big. Subi and the team currently have the bears in hibernation mode, which something will come out of that. We don't know what it is yet. We'll see. But the branding is on another level. Now they have brought a lot of liquidity from Ethereum, a lot of liquidity, and so far proved us that cross trading is possible. It's a little expensive still, but if you want a blue chip, it's OK Bears at these levels, because this one could 10x. Maybe another collection will come out of this one that could 50x, or partnership compounding profits. I mean, lots of potential that we don't know about. This is their focus, to have the world recognize this brand and build a company with multiple streams of revenue. Now in May, it was at 241 SOL. And to compare that, that was basically $30,000 at that point. So 92 SOL right now is basically maybe about $2,500 with Solana at $25. At 6 months ago, Solana was at $23. So you could just tell the difference right there. It may not look like, a lot by looking straight at SOL, but the huge factor is the price of SOL. So as far as a cheap project undervalued, this is one of them. And a lot of SOL guys are on this. Their PFPs are this. A lot of ETH guys are on this. PFPs are this. This is cross-chain. I love it. On to the next one. BubbleGoose Ballers, man. These guys minted at the worst time frame. If you don't know, many projects are pulling off minting to next month. Crazy. But there's another brandish project on a different ball game. Carl Jones is building a Disney empire. The Boondocks guy is working on season 1 of his show, and the holders will assist on season 2. It's interesting because it involved NFTs, so I'm wondering how that all that aspect works together. The downside of this is that it's not PFP relatable, but many people are not really wearing it, but there are some people starting to wear it as their PFPs, so maybe it'll change, who knows. But I would argue that these guys are a little bit more ahead than OK Bears, but I could get the guillotine for that. I just mean on production standpoint, not the branding side. So the RS7 SOL probably heading to 5 SOL, but these are the levels that I think is great to buy in. It could still go down, probably 1 SOL, but I could see a 20 SOL in the future after season 2. Now you can see it did start off quite well. It went all the way up to 12 SOL, even 18 SOL, and then it went down to 7 SOL, and it's staying right here at this support level. But eventually I think it's probably either gonna go dip a little bit down, and then after Jerome Powell's little Fed advice this week or next week, we could either see probably an uptick, because people are pricing into 75 basis points of the Fed rate. So the next project is basically made by Frank the Gods. And if you haven't gotten dust, like I said, you need to do it as soon as possible if you really want to be in the best project. So here's the latest news. It's now been introduced that there will be scholarships for Whitelist. So when this is introduced Friday, it will be helpful to have dust for this, because I guarantee on Friday you will submit your scholarship, which is basically a college app, to the Duppies team, which is 375 dust. I keep telling you that this is the way in for the Gods. They are building a different brand, and Frank is just as excited as building his The Gods, except this will be more broad to the world because it won't be as exotic and killer as the Gods. Stay tuned on that when it finally comes out. Duppies will basically have a 15,000 NFTs mint, and that's a lot, but I have faith in Frank and the team. They also basically did a dust pool for a bunch of projects, and these small little projects are all getting into Duppies. They're all putting in their dust in their pools. They all get been accepted by the Duppies team. So you got like Ghost Kid DAO, Ghostface, all these small projects are able to mint duppies. Now, as far as the big projects, they basically were like, I'm too good for that. I don't need to get this mint. Even Solana Monkey Business, I was surprised on that. But these guys, I think they lost a chance here. But it's good for small projects. You know, these small projects can finally, you know, level up a little bit. And Duppies is helping them out. So congrats on that. And yeah, make sure you check that out. Hopefully you get in. So this is basically it for undervalued NFTs. These are sick projects in my opinion. And this is where the time you want to get into great projects that used to be overvalued. Now they are undervalued. So basically you have a chance to get into some great projects. Although I do have some upcoming mints this week. Stay tuned on that because you never want to miss out on these mints because, you know, great projects could be coming out soon. But let me know what undervalued NFTs you are looking at. If you enjoy this content, like and subscribe. Much love and peace.